getting back into it here with Scott Ballinger, youth sports, and just a quick real shout out. A good friend of mine, Louie, wakes up every morning and listens to this. So, Louie,
Thanks,
if you're
Louis.
out there, thank you so much for taking part and supporting us. Now, Scott, how important is it that kids only play one sport a year? Right? How important is it that they don't do anything else? They got to do that one because little Johnny's going to be the next MLBer.
Yeah. Well, that is the next hot topic is specialization versus multi-sport athlete. Now, it used to be multi-sport, just because each sport has their moments of this competitive moment that can kind of transpire across all sports and be utilized in all sports. Is just that sheer competition. But now it's kind of wavering back to specialization. And my opinion, I really don't care either way. I think it's more important that whatever the young person chooses, it's they've got passion. So if they do multi-sport, have passion in every sport that you do. Yep. and compete at a high level. If you're going to take that sport as an opportunity to take some time off, I don't see how that happen or would benefit a person. But with the specialization, this is just my opinion. If we were in a climate to where specifically baseball, you could play baseball year round and get live reps, live games, I think you could create an opportunity to specialize. But with us, being in a northern climate, and we can see, well, not today, right? You can get out to play some baseball today, but soon the weather is going to be changing, and in order for you to get better, you're going to have to be inside, and you lose those live reps.
Let me ask you this, Scott. Is there an advantage as far as conditioning to play? Because different sports use different muscles. Yeah. Would that be an advantage to have multiple sports?
Absolutely. But it's just specifically though, each sport will have their own kind of philosophy for strength training that you'd have to, kind of pay attention to that. Obviously with football, it may be bulking up more and strength, and other sports, like baseball, there, you need to have the flexibility with, just that arm whip and athleticism. So,
wow. So to recap, parent, coaches, coach. If parents need to ask you a question, do it respectfully.
At a time other than the end of the game.
If a coach needs to have a conversation with a parent about the kid's performance, coaches have no reason to embellish that. Coaches see the kids at practice every day. Parents might just be one that drops, little Johnny off of practice and drives off and goes get a latte and comes back an hour later. They're missing everything. Usually when coaches talk to parents, they have no reason to fib, correct? They're being honest. Because are you making money coaching youth sports at all? I mean, that's a big thing that parents say, well, man, if I'm spending $1,500, I guarantee $600 is going to the coach's pocket and, getting their new furniture that I sat on last week.
Yeah.
Do you make any money?
No. It's all volunteer. However, with that being said, though, I still have relationships with young people that I coached back in the 2000s. That still great people. They appreciated everything that I'd done for them, the opportunities they provided, their experience in the game. They cherish, and so for me, that brings tremendous value. You just can't put a price tag on that.
So this guy right here, Scott Ballinger, American Senior Benefits, former Nebraska Wesleyan baseball coach, massive problem solver, as you can hear. He's very passionate, very diligent in everything he does and everything he says. I love work with him because I get to pick his brain every day at work. Todd, who is this guy?
I wondered that back in 2019 when he walked in the door too. Actually, Scott epitomizes really what we look for, caring about people, wanting to see people do well. It's no wonder that he's one of the trainers with us, one of the managers and mentors with us. Just the whole idea of let's help everyone grow together. I use the analogy of wrestling. Wrestling's an individual sport, but they still keep a team score. Well, sales is an individual sport, but we at American Senior Benefits Lincoln sure try to still make it a team atmosphere. What are some, speaking of that team atmosphere, what are some of the fun things you've gotten to do at ASB that maybe you didn't get to do coaching baseball at Wesleyan?
Yeah, there's some of the fact of team culture is really important to me, and genuinely having fun, everybody getting together, going out, having drinks, party bus, you name it, we've done it.
Yeah. The stuff on the party bus, right? The Joyo Theater, taking new agents out and their significant others for dinner. I went to Amelia Island, and Scott was there, and Todd was there as well. I have never exercised so much in my life playing frisbee with Scott, because he'd throw the frisbee and make me jog 50 yards to go get it. First couple of times I thought it was an accident. Then I realized maybe he knew what he was doing. So no, the trips are really great. Now, why is that? How fun is that to take your wife on those?
Well, I honestly, for my wife and I, and hopefully that's something that will change. But ever since our honeymoon, you have kids, and you have a tendency to take care of them first, and you kind of sacrifice the personal time with your loved one, the wife. And so having these conventions, went to Amelia Island, qualified, and then this past year qualified for Tahoe, and just an amazing experience. Be able to share that experience with your wife, and also your team here in Lincoln. It was a great experience. So for me, it's always been a goal to be qualified by October, November, and being on pace for that right now.
Good. Now, so Todd, Ryan came in from selling vacuums, and he's management in how many years?
In about 3.
Todd came in. Scott came in. Former Nebraska Wesleyan baseball coach, and he is in management how many years?
1.
Myself, I came in with my background, and I am in 2 years.
Yeah, not even quite.
So typically for folks that have a 401k, right? Excellent, good. How long does it usually take them to move up the ranks to management? Whereas ASB, American Senior Benefits, what's the comparison?
I tell you what, I will compare it to is back when I was in the Air Force. I was 17 years old when I went in. When I was 19 years old, I was running a computer program or computer center, $20+ million computer center at 19 years old. And that taught me early that it doesn't matter a person's age. It doesn't matter their time in service. It doesn't matter. It matters what's inside. How many times have you guys heard me say this whole career is an inside out thing? You can control your attitude. You can control your activity. Everything else that's out of your control, you got to let go. And so if you're the kind of person, and again, with Scott's background coming in with the coaching background, that was fantastic. If you have a want to help people, our company motto is putting people back in the people business. And that's whether it's the agents that work with us or the clients that we go out and see. So yeah, it's your business. You get to control your career path all the way up to, I know your goal, Jay, is to have your own office someday.
No, that's right. That's right. It is. Have you guys come visit me in Colorado? Now, Scott, tell me what is like. So you're in management, you're in training. What is a day in the life as a manager or trainer here at American Senior Benefits? How's it begin? How's it end?
It's a whole nother level of understanding. For me, I've got a great group of clients that I'm getting out and taking care of right now, and that's important to me. But then also you add the layer of training somebody new and getting them out in the field. It is late, early mornings, late nights, and it just all comes a part of the program. Todd, you had mentioned earlier, I think there's parallels between the game of baseball and also the work that we do. I'm a person, it's the baseball analogy is being in the moment. I always felt like me being a baseball player, I was an entertainer. I wanted to be that person at the plate. Wanted to be the person up on the mound throwing that pitch, coming up with the defensive play. But being in the moment, meaning the game slows down. I'm able to capitalize what's presented to me. And if I ever, reflected on a strikeout, that didn't necessarily help me in the very moment, or if I'm speculating or anticipating that I'm trying to do too much, that also created more than likely failure. So I always train myself to be in the moment, and like when I'm doing training with my new agents, it's like they may be chasing the dollar, and I always remind them that they need to be in the moment, take care of the folks. And if you take care of the folks and you have good intentions, good things happen. So, and if you reflect on somebody telling you no, and you carry that forward, that has a tendency to create some negative energy. So, it's there is a lot comparison between the two.
Tell you what, Scott, you nailed something there. We always say, I always, when I interview people for this career, you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. And Scott, you and Jay, you guys are both living proof of that. That you guys, I know, bend over backwards to help the people that you're mentoring, that you're training, and that's part of what makes us all successful. It's really encouraging for me to be able to look out at you guys and see you're not behind your desk worrying about your own stuff. You're sitting beside them. You're helping them on the phone. You're helping them when they're new. You're helping them out in the field 3 days a week. That's a huge advantage that a lot of other companies don't have. And if people want to be a part of that, please give Joyce Ann, our recruiter, a call at 402-413-9846. Our growth has been phenomenal in the Lincoln office over the last 3.5 years. Opened a satellite in Kearney, had, I believe, 7 people 3.5 years ago. I think the books show 34, 35 now, and room for more. Don't you agree?
Yeah, no, definitely. That would, yeah. As I'm trying to manage, training so many people. Yeah, bring them on.
But like I said, it's these folks need help. There's more and more individuals turning 65 every day, right? We're short-staffed. We need your help. We need people to come help us out, be part of this movement going forward, because this is absolutely the best time to get in this industry. Absolutely it is. You have more folks that contemplate retiring at 60 or 62. It used to be working till 70. So jumping on board right now would be the highly suggestible outcome to do. Now, Scott, we always have something special that happened this week or within the last couple of weeks. You have any good stories you can tell us about interaction with either you and a new trainer, or let's talk about you and a prospect or a client? Something interesting happened?
Well, so my history, I was a math and history teacher at the middle school, and then moved on to Westland. And so there's 2 aspects to those jobs. It was a matter of taking care of a classroom, taking care of a team,